Throughout the rest of this section, we're going to talk about a very important type called Completable Future. As you can see, this class implements the future interface. So every completable future is a future object. Now, the reason this is called Completable Future is that with this, we can explicitly complete a future object. This is not something that we can do with the future interface. Now, this class also implements another interface called completion stage. If you look at the documentation, it says that this interface represents a stage of a possibly asynchronous operation. What does this mean? Well, in the real world, quite often an asynchronous operation involves many steps. For example, we may call a remote API to get some data. That is one step. Then perhaps we want to transform that data into a different structure. That's another step. And finally, we want to write that data into a database. That's another step. This interface represents a step or a stage of an asynchronous operation, and it gives us a bunch of methods for combining and composing these steps in a declarative way. Kind of like how we use the Streams API to build a complex query in a declarative way. Earlier, we used the map, filter, and reduce methods to build a complex query. Now, we can do the same thing with this completion stage interface. I'm going to show you how to do that later in this section. So, over the next few videos, we're going to talk about the Completable Future class. I'm going to show you how to use this class to build complex asynchronous operations. But first, let me show you how to create a completable future object.